Okay, recording started. So this is our May meeting, and we did miss our April meeting. I just got too busy and was not able to get that on the calendar. I don't know how your schedules have been, but just April just got away from me, and then the start of May with the ATL conference and the ELC meeting. So we're going to wrap it up at the end of May instead. So thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to cover some training updates, and then I'm going to do a little quick demo of the QM web pages. And then I just wanted to talk about some quick changes to the QM reporting. Looks like they've upgraded a few things, and then we'll do open mic at the end. So if anybody has just random questions, we can do those at the end. All right. Let's just keep going here. Okay, I'm going to skip announcements and reminders. That's mostly just the same stuff that I have there every time. So if you need to read through those, go ahead. I don't have a June meeting on the calendar yet, but I will get that on there for us. Okay, so starting with training updates, just want to let you know, a reminder that there's no training offered in June. So we are taking the month of June off. Couple reasons on that. We have a harder time paying people at the end of the fiscal year. And then I think faculty seem to be really burnt out by June and they need a break. So we're just going to take that month off. We'll resume again in July, and to make up for missing June, we'll run double sessions. So we'll have both the APP QMR and IYOC in July. We'll do the same in August. No one has signed up for any of the August training yet. The July APP QMR is over half full. There are only 9 seats open right now, and then there's only 1 person registered for the July IYOC. So I'll try to get some promotional things sent out over the listserv here in the next week or so you can start promoting summer training on your campus so people can think ahead and get signed up if they want. Okay, any questions on summer training dates or any related items? Okay, my puppy's whining. He's saying no, he doesn't have any questions. So we'll just keep moving. Okay, I'm not sure if you're all remembering to go and check in on your participants by running, it's a course start date report. I actually had sent out the directions just a tiny bit wrong. I had you have a registration report, but it's actually the course start date report. You want to see who is in the current class for the month, and I did send a correction out through our Canvas classroom, the inbox for that. So make sure you're running those monthly so that you can check in on your participants and follow up and just encourage everyone to finish whatever they register for. Okay, next up is I just wanted to talk real quick about the new QM web pages that we're working on. And what I'm going to show you today is just going to be kind of a quick show and tell. It's not finished yet. I just wanted to give you an idea of what's coming. We do have, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the new pages published, and we are going to be still adding some content to a couple of them. So let me just go ahead and go there. Okay, so do you all recognize this page? This is our professional development page, and this is where all of our trainings listed. Let me just snag this URL for everybody. I'll put that into the chat for you in case you want to go open that page while we're talking. Okay, so this is our regular professional development page. This is not the registration page. They're 2 different pages. When you scroll down to the bottom of this page, there is a section on Quality Matters. And I think we're actually going to move this section up 1 because we're not doing the faculty learning communities right now. So we'll give Quality Matters a little bit more priority here. And then this is the Quality Matters program page right here. And we're still working on some menu items, and we've got some things that didn't make the last publishing. So there are some things you see today that may change just a tiny bit. Okay, so this is the main QM page. This is, I think, pretty standard for what's always been here. Brooke and I are the contacts. And then what's new are links to a couple of things that are going to be over here. The QM training page we've always had, and then QM Kudos is new. And then in the next publication, there will also be one here that says certified courses. So let me, I would just go down the list, but the last time I checked about 15 minutes ago, the QM training page didn't have this additional sidebar menu on it. So I'm going to use the kudos page to navigate from. Oh my goodness, Pepper, what is the matter? You're whiny this morning. Okay, sorry, it's like having a toddler. Okay, so the QM Kudos page is a page that is just going to be devoted to honoring everyone who has completed QM training and those that are current on their like certifications for being peer reviewers and master reviewers. We did have to make a decision whether we were going to highlight everybody who had completed like peer review training or just the people who were current on their training. And we did decide to go with just the people who were currently able to be peer reviewers and were up to date and approved for their peer review role, just so that there wasn't any confusion about who was and who wasn't a peer reviewer. So if you took the class in the past, but you're not current on your certification, your name wouldn't be in these pages. Okay, so if you scroll down here just a little bit, you'll see these expandable menus. And the number of people that are trained that have taken the online APPQMR is quite lengthy. So that's going to be a page of its own, and I'll take you there in a minute. There's a companion page that's for everyone who's completed the IYOC. And then there's a menu to highlight who our system workshop facilitators are. And then anybody else who's currently certified as a facilitator will be in this list. And we were struggling with the bullet points for some reason. So I am going to ask Monique to put those back in because I think it is a lot easier to read. But right now, this list here is everyone who is certified to teach the APPQMR online. And then there's a few that are certified to teach it face-to-face. And then these are the IYOC facilitators, and then we've only got one face-to-face IYOC facilitator. So we'll be updating these. I think Monique said that she would do this quarterly. So every couple of months we'll go through and update. So this is listed out. I think she has these listed alphabetically by name. And then the person's institution is after their name. So if you know the person's name, you can come and find them here. The IYOC and APPQMR pages are organized just a little bit differently. And then here's our master review list. These are already just in here in these little drop-down menus because there aren't a bunch of them. But let's go to the APPQMR page now. And let me show you like how many we have for that. Okay, so we have so many people that have completed this that we did actually break these out by college. So if you want to see how many people from your college have taken the APPQMR class, here, let's just pick on Clark for a second. Here's a list of all their people that have passed the APPQMR. And as you can see, that list is kind of lengthy. So everybody has their own list of people. And these are not, well, let's see. I don't think we distinguished on these who had completed the new rubric update. So there might be a few people in here who might be like a little behind on their training, but this is just a list of everybody who's ever taken since we implemented QM in like 2008, 2009, everybody who's passed the online, this is online only, of the APPQMR. There are just way too many other formats and too many other lists, so this just shows the online folks. I haven't even run the reports yet to see if we have enough people who have taken it face-to-face to put them somewhere. So Okay, let me pause for a second and see if you have any questions about what we've looked at so far before I go on and show you something else. Okay, just a comment in the chat from Amy that says this looks great. So I don't know how many, I'm just curious. Maybe you could use the raise hand or maybe just the yes button to let me know how many of you have these kind of pages for your own campus. I think Shoreline, Amy, I think you guys have like a page that highlights at least your certified courses, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, okay, so Amy's got a check by her name. Doesn't look like anybody else is saying that they do. So really wanted to dig into faculty recognition and, just to make sure that everyone, just gets noticed for their effort and hard work. And if you go through and read some of the little texts that I've written, I mean, it's really meant to like honor those people and to tell them thank you and to say, this is a job well done. We recognize that this takes time and effort to do this extra training, and your students thank you too. So this is a great place you'll be able to send people to, even administration, if you want to say, hey, go look, here's the QM program. I think our QM program has been kind of flying under the radar for so long that people don't even really know that we're doing it. So just trying to raise awareness of this a little bit, make it a little more prominent, and give it just some recognition, and have a main place where people can come and find out more and learn about the training and everything. So okay, let me backtrack to, I'm going to go back to the main kudos page. I'm not going to show you the IYOC page because it looks exactly like this. It's just IYOC completers. But let's go back here. Okay, so eventually, like I said, we didn't get everything published. We have to wait for our communications team to publish everything, and Monique and I are still working on this. But eventually all the pages will have this QM program information quick links menu over here so that you don't get lost in the navigation of the pages. So we do know that that's a problem right now, and we're working on that. And as soon as those pages are republished, this piece at least will appear. So this is back to that main kudos page. I didn't show you the training page just yet, so let me go there. No, let's see, we did just look at the training page, never mind. This is the QM certified courses page. We'll do that one next. And then the other one that's not there on this list is going to be QM quick facts. And that's going to have some charts and graphs and some of the like little comparisons that I've shown you like during our retreat. So you can see how like your college compares to other college. I'm not sure exactly which charts and graphs I'm going to put there, but it'll be just like you can quickly go here and see, how many colleges have certified courses, or how many, just quick numbers on, Clark has this many people trained and Pierce has this many people trained. So we're working on that, but we don't have the page set up yet. Okay, so it doesn't look like that's linked right yet. Let's see, just gonna try that one more time. No, that takes us back to the main page. Okay, so that must have been lost in the publishing. So at any rate, there is gonna be a page there that details how many courses we have certified, and I can't remember how Monique decided to list those out. I can't remember if they're gonna be in an accordion or if it's just gonna be one big list of classes that are there. Okay, so that's about it for these new pages. Again, it's a work in progress. It's not perfect yet. As you can see, we've got links that don't go where they're supposed to go, and not all of our pages are in here yet. But this is what we've been working on. And I think I may have mentioned to you at the last retreat that we were going to do this, and it's just taken us this long to come up with the architecture of it and to figure out what we needed to move and get going on it. So thank you for your patience. And if you would take the time just to look through these, even though it's a work in progress, and send me any questions or comments you might have. just if you see something that you'd really like to have here that isn't here, or you know, have an idea for a new section we could add, or if you know, think that there's a better way to format something, or if you see typos, just whatever it is, if you wouldn't all mind putting your eyes on it and just giving me and Monique a little bit of feedback so that we can make sure that these pages, you know, end up really well done. Okay, questions on the web pages at all before we move on to another topic? Okay, I don't see anything coming up in chat, so I'm just gonna keep going. I gotta move my stinky toolbar here. It's always in my way. Okay, I'm gonna close down a bunch of these windows to get them out of the way. Okay, all right, back to our agenda. Okay, changes to QM reporting. Those changes are not, they're not a lot. It's just a little bit of change to how the reports display, but I think they fixed some of the problems that I had said the reports had, and I'm so sorry. I meant to log into this before the meeting started, so let me see. I don't even know if I remember my login because it, oh, that is not it. La la, okay. Let's try this. I can't type. Okay, maybe we'll skip. Maybe we'll skip this. Let's see, my QM login.
Hey, Lisa, I've had that problem too. You have to kind of go to QM Quality Matters main page and then
Okay.
fastest way. Otherwise, yeah,
Okay.
you have all those crazy sites.
Yeah, I don't usually, okay, so I'm in Chrome right now. I usually log in through, thanks for the tip, Amy. I usually log in through Firefox. So my Firefox one is set up. Oh, Pepper, my goodness. Can you all hear him? All right. So Amy, do you know how to get to my QM from the main web pages?
Yeah, I think it's under professional development, maybe.
Is it?
I
Okay.
think so. Or not. It's around here somewhere. Membership.
There it is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, sure.
And now if I can just remember my, oh, look, it's already there. Let's see. Let's see if I can just click the button. Woo woo. All right, perfect. I'm pretty sure I know what my login is, but you know, the one time you can't type it or you're in a meeting trying to get to something, which is why I meant to log in earlier. But okay, so back to reporting. Okay, so I have to scroll down a little bit. I assume you all have to scroll down a little bit to get to where the reports are. You, of course, can only see the reporting for just your college. I can run reports for everybody. I'm just gonna grab Bates because it's at the top. So let's see, I'll just run an individuals report. And then they've changed, although I'm not seeing it that much on this one. Let me do a custom report instead. This is where I saw more of the changes. Okay, so these tools have changed just a little bit. They've reorganized them. Do you see how they're tabbed now rather than having to scroll down the page? So that's helpful. That report that I was mentioning earlier to run is not this registration date report. It's not the first one. It is the course start date report. When you want to check and see who's in the current class, just pick a month from the beginning to the end because that'll get you all of the dates. You don't even need to know the workshop dates if you just grab the entire month. Change this to online. And then you would pick either the IND APPQMR. I can never find it. You'd pick one of these two for our system training, and that would tell you if you have anybody registered into, like say if you did May, it would tell you if you have people in the May class. But what's really cool here is that they're tabbed. So it's not as much trying to scroll down pages and try to figure out where you're going and what you're doing. Let's see if they fix this. Let's see. No, looks like they still have a problem with their little question marks here. It's not doesn't seem to be displaying the description for me, so it doesn't look like they've fixed those. And then when you run a report, actually I probably better run a report that I know will generate what I wanted to show you. So I'm going to run a report from the state level because it'll grab stuff from everybody. And then I actually didn't pre-think this very well to know exactly what I wanted to run a report on. So what shall we run? Let's try, oh, my puppy's playing with something. My goodness, he is a noisy boy today. Let me just run the May report. Let's see, is it IYOC this month? Does anybody remember? I can't remember if it's IYOC or APPQMR. I think it's IYOC this month. I wanted to show you that they had, oh hush, my goodness. Boy, he's never been this noisy during a meeting. Okay, let's run this. This should give us a list of people that are registered this month. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you is this interface has changed just a little bit. They've fixed this up. You can use these little arrow keys and things to do different stuff. Some of the reports, just beware when there's multiple pages to them, you have to come down and click next or previous to see everything. The old reports were, I mean, I don't know. It was kind of nice to be able to do a Control F and just search a whole page. But if you do Control F now on this, if there were multiple pages, you'd only get the search results for that page, not the entire report. So that's kind of a bummer when you're dealing with like a statewide report that has like 20 pages to it. But I do think that this interface is a lot nicer. And then I'm just going to export this to Excel real quick. Oh, actually, you're not going to be able to see that because I'm only sharing my Chrome right now. But let me just tell you what happens with it. I don't know if you remember when we did the demo of the reporting stuff at the retreat that the reports came out, they had weird titles in them, and you had to delete them in order to move everything up to make it sortable. They have taken that out so that it's just the report in there. There aren't those two top like title bar lines in it anymore. And from what I can tell from the reports I've run on different things this week, they have also updated the way the names of the reports export. As far as I can tell, they're not exporting to Excel as custom report 1, custom report 2, and custom report 3 anymore. They actually have the name of the report in the title now for how you're naming the file. So that is a great change. The only thing I didn't see that they did anything with was to somehow identify on the Excel spreadsheet anyways, the dates that you had run the report for. So make sure that when you run a report that you, I can see the dates here that I just ran this report for. If you want to be able to keep track of those and know which report was for which date, you're going to need to snag your dates and put that either into the report itself or into the file name so that you can distinguish those later if you need to. Okay, questions on reporting, because that's all I wanted to show you here was that they had upgraded a few things and taken some of our suggestions and actually done something with them. So I was excited to see that that had been implemented. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions on that. Gonna go back to the agenda. I think I accidentally scheduled our meeting 9 to 9:30 instead of 9 to 9:45. So I apologize for that. If you need to leave because I told you it was 9:30, go ahead and go. It's totally fine. Just the last thing I wanted to talk about today, if you can all hang out for just a minute, is whether or not we want to do another retreat. And if we do, what might be some good dates for that. So can everybody hang out for just a minute? Yep. Okay. So those of you that need to go, feel free to run. Okay. First question is, should we do another retreat this fall? or a retreat at all. I guess it doesn't have to be in the fall, but that's when we've been doing them. So if you think that that's a valuable thing for us to do, I mean, I'd like to know if you're getting value out of us doing that. If anybody wants to take the mic and give their thoughts, let me know. Otherwise, feel free, just put answers in chat. I've got 3 yeses so far, just of the folks that are here. So I guess I think it's useful for us to get together once a year to, just to make sure we're all on the same page with everything. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing something that people value and that you're finding useful and helpful. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. Okay, so then if the answer to that question, do we want to have another retreat, is yes, then we need to look at dates. And I haven't asked Mark for funding for the retreat yet, but I will. But we really needed to get some dates nailed down. Shoreline has so kindly agreed to host us again this year. I thought I had that on here. Must be my next bullet down. That we can meet again at Shoreline. I think it's a good location. I think it's easy for everybody to get to. It's kind of centrally located. So, and who can say no if somebody volunteers, right? And it's been an awesome location for us in the last couple of years. So thank you again, Amy and Ann. I don't think Ann's here today. But we need to get a room reserved. So I have a doodle poll set up here. Let me grab that link for you. I'm going to put that into the chat. If you will all go to the doodle poll and put in, the dates. It's 2 days. It's a Thursday, Friday again. I just don't know if we could get through everything in a single day. So I am looking at the day and a half, later start on Thursday and an early release on Friday. The date combinations are here. October 3rd and 4th, October 10th and 11th, November 14th, 15th, November 21st and 22nd, and December 5th and 6th are the best dates I can come up with. We do have a lot of fall dates to avoid. Northwest eLearn, the QM conference is, at a time that's the end of October. Would have been a great time for us to have a retreat, but I won't be back in time to do that. Then we've got our fall ELC meeting. We've got Thanksgiving to work around. So at some time today, you don't need to do it now. If you'll all just go fill out the poll for me, that would be great. Marty, I see a question from you that says, what dates did we do this in the past? I think last year, I think we were the 15th, 16th of November. And I think the year before that, I think we were, I want to say the first or second week of November. So it's been November. Boy, this puppy's anxious today. My goodness. I don't remember the first year dates right off the top of my head. Seems like it was maybe the second and third, but I can't say for sure. So, but last year was definitely the 15th, 16th. So I will send this doodle poll out as a reminder to everyone and to get the rest of the people who aren't here today to sign up for that. Let's see. Marty says the later ELC meeting date seems to have created minor problem for us. Yes. And Sarah and Patrick did ask me about that at the meeting, but we hadn't talked about having our retreat yet. I don't have funding for it yet. It wasn't a for sure. So they went ahead and took that week. And I do think that would have been an ideal week for us. But that's all right. We'll work around it. No worries. Okay, so let's see. We did our dates. We did the doodle poll. We said we would be going back to Shoreline. And then my last question is, How many of you do you think might be able to bring at least one interested faculty representative who might want to work on helping us with developing support structures for the course design checklist? I am hoping to ask Mark for funding for faculty to attend also. I'm not sure if he'll say yes or no to that, but I would love to get more transparency in what we do, and I would love to have faculty come, even if it's not for both days, if they could come and participate just in the pieces that we would really want them to participate in, would be fantastic. So keep that kind of in the back of your mind. We have had faculty come the last couple years, you know, just a handful, but I do think it's very beneficial and helpful to have them there. And I would really love to get some faculty input on like what kind of formats they might like to see the checklist in, and also, you know, just how we can help them adopt it. What support structures do they need? And, you know, just helping with kind of change management stuff and managing expectations, and motivating people to want to try this. And you know, it's the same old thing. I don't want this to be a new initiative. I don't want quality assurance to be a new initiative to everyone. I just want it to be woven into the fabric of what our faculty do, but we can't do that without, you know, help getting them some training and making sure they have support from e-learning offices, and making sure that the recognition piece, that they're getting recognized for their work, I think is really valuable and important too. But I would really love to hear straight from faculty what they value most and what their needs are, instead of trying to come up with those on our own. So if you can think about faculty that might be interested, keep those in mind, and then we'll chat about this again in the future. So okay, let's see, Robin's asking a question. Robin says, can we get the final dates before we for sure put out that call? Yes. Yes. We'll just, right now, I just want you thinking about faculty that might be interested in attending. So, and if you're local and the faculty wouldn't need travel, we have no problem feeding them to come and attend. It's the travel funding I need to get additional approval for. So if you have multiple people that would like to come, I think we probably could accommodate more than one person if you're a college that's nearby and the people wouldn't need travel funding. So we can chat about that later. Okay, I'm going to open the mic now for other questions if anybody has anything. And then if not, we're actually done and can wrap up for the day, and I will go let this stinky puppy outside. Okay, any questions or comments? No? Okay. Well, I thank you for your time, and I will send out the meeting recording link and the link to the agenda and the link to the doodle poll. So if you didn't get it all from in here right now, I'll send that out as a message to everyone, and then we'll try to get some dates nailed down. Does anyone just off the top of their head have any idea what good timing might be? Like, are there other dates that I might have missed that we need to avoid? I think I'm accommodating things, but I don't know. There might be other council meetings and things we might need to plan around. Not sure. Okay, so Brandy said that she didn't see anything else on her calendar. Okay, all right. Well, thanks everyone. And as Bonnie's saying, have a great weekend. So yes, have a great weekend. Where is Northwest eLearn this year, Jerry? I think it's in, where is it?
Bend.
Is it in Oregon?
Bend.
Bend. Yeah.
Lovely Bend. Sign up now.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks everybody. And I'll get a calendar invite out for June. See you later. Bye-bye.